Greetings, wise ones. This is Melissa of 8th House Wisdom, author, psychotherapist, astrologer, feminine energy, and stellar planning expert. I'm here with the video for the expansion moon of 2022, which is the new moon in Sagittarius, and the first one that we have had since 2019 that has not been an eclipse. If you would like to learn more about how to leverage the power of this new moon and its energy to make your way out of the eclipse portal and into your new timeline shift where Wanderlust calls, stay tuned for the rest of this video. Welcome to the new age. We entered the season of Sagittarius on November 22nd, and the very next day we are blessed with the new moon in Sagittarius, which gives us double fire in the sky, in addition to a great call of hope, travel, optimism, and wanderlust, which should be a great feeling after making our way through the shadowy Scorpio season from the past 30 days. The moon will be at peak new moon energy at 5:57 p.m. Eastern Standard Time / Eastern Daylight Savings Time, depending upon where you're at. In order for us to really emerge from that Scorpio chrysalis and all that time in the shadowy underworld, we really need to push like a butterfly does to push its way out of the chrysalis, to transform our final scorpionic act and arrive in a place where expansion and exploration are the name of the game. Not only because we are in the sign of the explorer, but because there has been a new timeline shift and we're not as familiar with the landscape and what's around us since having gone through that transformative eclipse portal. So we need to enter this space with a curious beginner's mind so that we can make the best use of this new December lunar cycle start and this new moon's energy. In addition to this new moon, we also have Jupiter that has been retrograde, stationing direct in Pisces, and Jupiter is Sagittarius ruling planet. Now, the water from Pisces and the fire from Sagittarius don't always make the greatest of mix. However, they are both mutable signs, so there is an essential energetic connection. One of the things you can really expect from this is a whole lot of luck. Jupiter is going to be the expansive, blessing, and benefic planet that it is on steroids for these next couple of days, especially through to December 20th, when it finally makes its way back to Aries. When you put all of that together, there is probably no other new moon that is as powerful for initiating new starts and creating new beginnings than this one in Sagittarius. It is setting us up for the completion at the Gemini cold moon on December 7th. And again, as I mentioned, this is the first Sagittarius new moon since 2019 that has not been an eclipse, because 2020 and 2021 eclipse cycle was a Gemini Sagittarius one. And I can attest to that because I have been, within my personal chart, being activated across my entire big three as a Scorpio sun, Gemini rising, and Sagittarius moon. So I am looking forward to this brighter and less intense energy moving forward, especially since it is my natal moon return of the year. As we move into thinking about the December lunar cycle and the December lunar wisdom, the focus is really on spirituality and travel from Sagittarius energy. And then December also moves into Capricorn season, where we're focused on career and public image, your highest potential, and fatherly energy. It's really important that we think about managing our emotions and our environment, and definitely self-care after we get out of this intense eclipse portal, and that we really want to pay attention to what's bubbling up so that we can give ourselves the best care possible as we are moving into the holiday season of lights. The last day of Sagittarius and first day of Capricorn is essentially the winter solstice, so the beginning of winter and the fallow season. We really need to engage in self-care as we make this transition from dusky shadow to full dark of winter, right? Fall having dusky shadow, and seeing the life begin to end versus, okay, it's time to go inside and hibernate. Important dates for you to know for this lunar cycle: November 23rd, of course, the new moon in Sagittarius. November 30th, the first quarter moon in Pisces, which is an ideal time to commit. December 7th, the cold full moon in Gemini, which is where we release and wait for our results. And finally, December 16th, the last quarter moon in Virgo, where we want to reconsider and balance out all that is shown up as we roll into the dark of the moon and start a lunar cycle at the end of December, which will complete in January 2023. So, with this expansion, Sagittarius new moon, the lunar wisdom formula focuses on the archetype of the explorer energy, ninth house activities, higher learning, spirituality, philosophy, travel, and the motto, I see, right? Sagittarius is the bright, fiery light during this dimming and shadow season that allows us to see and allows us to go deeper with philosophy and ideas. Again, with this, the first lunar cycle after the eclipse portal, it really is helping us to see the shifts in the timeline so that we can reorient. This is a good new moon to initiate travel plans and explore the world. Review or revise any religious or philosophical outlooks that you have or practices. Start a class or enroll in higher education or in an interest that's high-minded that you really would like to explore. Be generous of heart and of spirit, embodying the Jupiterian energy. And last but not least, please make sure that you watch out for continued revelations, especially with a planet going direct on the same day as the new moon, about endings that just occurred with our most recent lunar eclipse, and of course with the direct energy that Jupiter is providing us. If you're remembering those particular things over the next 30 days, and feel free to indulge yourself in your more varied, different, and foreign interests in food, language, ideas, culture, clothing, anything different from your norm, anything that stretches your worldview and your capacity is what you're going to be feeling drawn to right now. And if you're not, I highly recommend just taking a gander anyhow, because it is the energy that is favored. We are also primed to learn new emotional things during this new moon, and to be able to look at those things from a higher order perspective, right? Also using the beginner's mind so that we can really integrate all that we have. Try your luck this time. Want to go play a lottery ticket? We've had 2 billionaire winners of the lottery this year. Single players. Now is the time. Anything that you associate with expanding your worldview and expanding your beliefs and your sense of self is favored here. Of course, to apply the lunar wisdom formula with the greatest accuracy, you want to look at what area in your chart is ruled by Sagittarius, both from your rising sign and from your sun sign, because we do technically have 2 charts, so that you can understand how to best assimilate and work with this energy. So for me, as a Gemini rising, this is a 7th house lunation. It focuses on business and romantic partnerships and long-term contracts when I am looking from my rising sign. When I look from my sun sign, Scorpio, this is activating my 2nd house related to money, possessions, personal property, and how I earn and my self-worth. Oddly enough, but not really, because I'm an astrologer, I have set up a greatly anticipated business meeting for today that I hope will have far-reaching implications for all the people that I serve. And this will be the beginning of an exploration of what that relationship could look like and how it could serve us both going forward. This is a great example of the application of the lunar wisdom formula. If you want to know more about how this is going to be impacting you in your chart, make sure you head over to my blog so that you can get the breakdown of each rising sign or each sign's impact. And last but not least, working with this new moon cycle, because it is the first new moon after fall eclipse season and all that we have talked about before, it is a time for you to feel comfortable going back into ritual, because you don't have to figure out how to ground a live wire anymore. Wonderful ritual activities for right now would be also going out to be amongst trees, going to be amongst mountains and nature, also things that Sagittarian energy and the Centaur love. We will have improved night vision because of this mutable, fiery maven energy for this final lunar cycle of the year. You will be blessed also with the ability to see things from 2 perspectives. Again, the fiery light from Sagittarius energy and the shadows that already exist as we are inching towards the shortest day of the year and the longest night. This mutable perspective and the ability to see in both ways is really going to help us with our agility during this time of transition. Remember that Sagittarius is a transitional season because it closes out fall energy and ushers in winter energy. That's what mutable signs do. So to close this out, here are a few questions and journal prompts that I really wanted to offer you to help set intentions around how to engage this Sagittarius expansion new moon for your highest good, and to answer the call of Wanderlust and faraway lands. To what questions am I a perpetual student? What am I certain is true? Where does reality differ from my aspirations or concepts? In what areas do I feel directed to focus my enthusiasm and energy this month? And last but not least, how will that inform my setting of new moon intentions? I hope that you guys have gotten a lot of great information from this video. Make sure you go grab yourself a free copy of your birth chart, so that you can utilize all the information that we talked about for applying the lunar wisdom formula in the greatest and most accurate of ways. And as always, check out the DIY guide, the Lunar Wisdom Formula, which is a manifestation guide to work with feminine energy and intuition by the moon. We will be dropping the 2023 bonus for the moon calendar and important dates on November the 30th. So you will be the first recipient of that if you start grabbing things as of November 30th. This is an easy and affordable way to apply this information. And of course, because we are coming out of eclipse season and we are focused on lunar and new moon energy, please make sure that you also check out the second Lunar Wisdom Formula guide, which is the Lunar Wisdom Formula for beauty and self-care, which really helps you to enhance your self-care routine, hair, skin, nail, body work, all of which are an entryway into a full self-care routine by aligning those practices to the moon. Because cutting your hair during the moon, waxing for hair removal, dyeing your hair during a particular phase of the moon can all help to enhance your results from top to bottom and keep you in the greatest state of flow possible. And this is definitely what we want for everybody as we are approaching and closing out the rest of this year called 2022. Of course, you know that I am a lover of the moon, and so if you would like an even higher touch program, then check out Lunate, the Wisdom Circle, which is my monthly moon membership, where you will get curated videos as well, and resources, as well as a journal for each lunation event, full and new, so that you can make the best of this energy and have access to materials that will support your growth and lunar development from now into the future. It's a great investment in yourself, especially looking to the new year. Again, if you want to know anything else about the Sagittarius New Moon, make sure you head over to my blog, The Wisdom Well, where you will get all of that information and download, and you can read or check out the Sagittarius season post to glean even greater insight. I am extremely happy to be announcing my Triple Your Manifestations in 2023 free workshop introducing the Stellar Year Blueprint for 2023 that will be taking place on December 18th, 2022 at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Zoom. Registration will be coming out for that soon. Please save the date and be on the lookout for that information. Additionally, wanted to give you guys a heads up that my annual free astrology guide, the 2023 Stellar Year Blueprint, will be dropping on the solstice 12/21/22. That way you will have all the information that you need to navigate 2023 with its planets coming in 3 and triple blessings, with much more ease and grace. If you attend my free Zoom workshop, you'll get access to the Stellar Year Blueprint first. This is my labor of love and my gift to every wise one, to make sure that they have access to applicable, accessible astrology in their lives. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, wise ones, may the fiery light of the Sagittarius New Moon light your way, help you find your way out of the underworld and to your wildest adventures yet in our post-eclipse reality. Because life comes with an instruction manual. It's written in the stars. Take care.